is financed by Huobi Pro and Huobi AM. So what does that mean? So I don't know how long you've been in this industry, whether you have studied the development of the industry. And in the community, we all talk about decentralization, decentralize. And also we heard some observations like decentralization. So it also has its own disadvantages. For example, the efficiency may be reduced. From the very beginning, we have Bitcoin, POW, and later we have different consensus mechanisms. So this is also a solution to get balance between decentralization and centralization. So what does Supernode do? It's very interesting actually. Give you an example. And one of the co-organizers is AM, and it was created on the second day of the Lunar New Year, and it's got popular during the Spring Festival. So why only through AM's blockchain became popular, while there are so many blockchain WeChat groups? I think we all come here because of the AM. And one important reason is that in this WeChat group, there are many big supernodes. In terms of content and promotion, those supernodes have great influence. Because of those high-quality supernodes, so 3AM has become very influential in a short period of time. So this is an example of supernode 3AM. And now I'd like to introduce Huobi. I've been working for Huobi for 4 years. I've been in the industry for 4 years. I have seen that this industry shift from bell to bull, to bell, and then now to bull. So we can see different shifts in this industry. So I have a lot of personal observations. And in choosing the assets, we would like to think from the perspective of customers. So there are thousands of projects, and we have people planting grapes and selling the cars. But whether those projects are solid and strong, we have the responsibility to select good quality projects. At the very beginning, we use a centralization model. So we have designed our own evaluation system to decide whether these projects can be listed on Huobi. But then we found that industry is developing so fast, we have to use a decentralization model to select the projects. So that's why we have the Supernode project. We will invite high-quality investors like Node Capital and Gen Fund, and Connected Capital. So they already have good experience in selecting the project, so we invited them to become a supernode of Huobi, and they will help us to evaluate the projects, so it's both efficient and accurate. And this is the supernode of Huobi. And recently, in the blockchain industry, there is one buzzword, that is the EOS Supernode. So we've heard a lot of big names like Lao Mao and Beach. All of them are running for the EOS Supernode. And why so many people are running for the EOS Supernode? And what's the relationship with us? So is it because they are eyeing for the 45 million annual revenue? I think this is probably part of the reason, the $45 million in annual revenue. But more to that, they have a lot of influence in terms of assets. And if they're only eyeing for the revenue, I don't think that's the solution they want. And we have invited some guests to share their view of Supernode. And also we have invited 7 guest speakers to be here. They will talk about why they're going to run for the EOS Supernode. And I hope that this will help you to get a better understanding of blockchain and EOS. And I will introduce the guest. So Minh, the Managing Director of Huobi Pro. And we also have the co-founder of 3AM, Sky. And we also have EOS candidates. They are all great examples in this industry. One is N4, so they have an annual revenue of 50 billion. Bixin, founder of N4. He looks very young, but he's actually a veteran in this industry. And N4 is also one of top 2 pools in the world. And the co-founder of EOS Bixin, Huang is the founder of Bixin, and he's also educated in the industry, and he entered into the industry starting from 2013. He actually has a wealth of hundreds of millions, so you're welcome to have a chat with him. And his partner, Kevin Fong, is also at present. And also have guest speaker of EOS Beijing, Dan Li. And the fourth speaker is advisor of EOS And Mr. EOY is from Korea, so he will be presenting in English. And on Ichigo and YouTube, we also have live streaming and live broadcast. And fifth is co-founder and CEO of Oracle Chain, Huobi. And sixth speaker is founder of EOS Minh, Mr. Wu Lang. And seventh speaker is from EOS Fish, Mr. Chris Liu. And Fish pool is the earliest pool in China, and they have a very streamlined model. And together with Road, they are running also for the EOS Supernode. So without further ado, we're going to invite the first speaker, Ms. Taylor Wu, the Managing Director of Huobi Pro, to share the Supernode with Huobi with all of you. Good afternoon, everyone. Indeed, the lighting is good. I cannot see anyone. I think there is a big challenge for us. And I believe that some of the audiences have moved to another session. So those who have stayed are those who are truly interested in the industry and who really understand the industry, who would like to know more about the industry and who would like to know more about the Supernode. So without further ado, I'd like to start my presentation. So this is a brief introduction. So we originally planned to have the presentation in English, but many of the audience are Chinese, so we shifted into Chinese. On Ichigo, we have the live broadcast in Chinese, and on YouTube, we have the English simultaneous interpretation. So I will speak in Chinese, but the PowerPoint is in English. So the theme is still Supernode. What is Supernode and what is Global Elite? And I will tell you in a minute. First, a few words about Huobi. Before Supernode, you may have no idea about Huobi. I think the largest Supernode made exchange. And people will buy the coins and sell the coins or tokens on exchange. And the project initiator will ask you what exchange you are going to be on. So the very beginning exchanges were the largest Supernode, and Huobi was founded in 2013. 5 years have passed, and there is no security issue for 5 years. And some people mentioned about the password being stolen, all the security issues, but on Huobi Exchange, there is no security issue for 5 years. And in the Bitcoin industry and the blockchain industry, actually many people do not know what is address and how can we store the information and account securely. So they need a lot of help, maybe from your friends, teaching you how to buy the Bitcoin, how to open your accounts and sell the coins and make money. And we have a very professional team to help you to do that. We have a customer service staff, and we provide the 24 hours customer access for our users. When you are concerned about your digital assets, you can get access to our customer service staff and get your problem sorted. And many individual investors are interested in what kind of projects are most valuable. And if you are using your own experience to evaluate, you may not be able to analyze the projects thoroughly. So that's why we have a smart chain evaluation model. And from 5 dimensions, we help the users to evaluate a blockchain project to see what projects can be sustainable and can change the life of people. So now we have presence in 130 countries, and we have millions of users, and the number is still growing. And we have offices in Tokyo, in Seoul, in London, and San Francisco, in Singapore, Australia, and Thailand. And we also have presence in Shenzhen, Hainan, and Shenzhen and Hong Kong. So actually we have global presence, and each of the office, actually the office is our Supernode. If you have any issues, you're welcome to contact our office. And you may think that Huobi is only exchange, but actually Huobi is more to that. Huobi is more to the exchange transactions. First, let's look at the industry upstream. So Bitcoin was derived from the pool, from the mining. So the mining pool is to connect all the computers and help everyone to do the mining. So we also have our own mining pool. And on the primary market, we have labs, we have incubator to speed up the project. So an internet company or industry company can use the blockchain to become the company of the blockchain, and in the future competition, they have a new competitive edge, and they will have more sticky customers. In addition, if we found good quality projects, then Huobi Capital will invest in those projects. Because the industry is growing very fast, and at different regions there will be good quality projects. We don't want to miss any of that, so we also do our own investment through Huobi Capital. But that doesn't mean that the projects we invest in will be on exchange, because we have very rigorous evaluation mechanism. So in the middle stream, we have the exchange transaction business. So that is to provide a matching service so that you will be able to buy the tokens and sell the tokens at a best price. So we have a very good liquidity. Unlike many other exchanges, we will be able to help you to sell and buy the tokens once you have seen the best price. So we have Huobi Pro, and that will connect all the global business and provide liquidity and depth for all the sub-exchanges. It's a bit like the New York exchange. We also have a decentralized exchange, HEDX. So HEDX is designed for startups, for those companies who are just new in this business and who will be listing their tokens. So Huobi, through our labs, through our capital, will help you to accelerate so that more people help you to think about your top line and how to operate the blockchain industry. And also we have Huobi Korea and Huobi Japan. and Huobi EOS and Huobi OTC business. And we use the fiat, or we use US dollars, US RMB to buy the tokens. And in preparing the PowerPoint presentation, USD, the US dollars is not yet up in place, but now the USD is in place, US dollar is in place. And when we have made profits, so the first need of us is to store the Bitcoin. And in the past 5 years, there was no security issue on Huobi. And all the Bitcoins are stored in exchange, but some people want to hold assets in their own hands, in their wallet or in their mobile phone, so we have Huobi wallet. And the Huobi wallet is connected to the Huobi global. So actually you can transfer your assets to your wallet. And we also have a lot of projects, and now we have a Supernode, and the information is updated very fast. And how can we make sure that we can keep abreast of the time? So that's why we have a research center of ourselves. And every week there will be a report targeting the global blockchain industry with very professional analysis.
And now we have 2 reports that will be released every week. And if you keep tracking from our public, there's another thing we also care about is about the ecology of our tokens. Now in Huobi we have our tokens, but these tokens is not for the purpose of getting the scores only. We hope that through this token issuance, we can turn it into a new ecological model. With this purpose, for example, if you run any other business, be it a hotel or restaurant, or you run a transportation company, no matter what, so long as you have customer, you have demand, and then you have a business to do. And now maybe you have a partner, between you and your partner, maybe because of some reason you haven't found an issue, but now we have a token mechanism. In your ecology, you can find more values for you to explore together with your partners. So as an incentive, you can do something more valuable for your business so that you can do better things. For example, if you say a credit card, and it's kind of a credit card, and this card can only be used in the store. If it is a chain store, say 10 stores in this chain, you can use this card in 10 stores. If it is a nationwide chain store, then you can have more places to use. This is the same logic as tokens, and it is a very big incentive. Something that people can send more is that after we put our money into it, you can't withdraw your money every day a little bit. People worry a lot. It's not about the money, but about the quality of the investment. They were worried that if anything would happen, and also worry about the returns of the investment. So how to resolve these issues? Every quarter, we put 20% of our revenue, not profit, revenue, we put it into a fund. We use this fund to protect our users. For example, in HEDX, if anything happened to a listed coin in HEDX, we would use this fund to compensate our users, just in case that anything happens to the investment. For example, if this is a new product and people doesn't know much about it, and the users would invest in this product, but what if anything happens to it? That's why we set up this fund. This fund will be kept at
我们会拿这个比特币出来赔偿给大家，那么及时的也会再补充进去，让它始终保持有2万个比特币。说了这么多，我再说一些简单的这个交易所的一个变化啊。最早我们交易所是什么样子的？可能最早只是 OTC， 大家可能在淘宝上去买卖币。后来呢，才有集中的撮合，就是我们的 fiat currency to cryptocurrency， 也就是法币交易所。那后来呢，随着事情的演化，拥有数字资产人越来越多，他们想用数字资产换取更多、更优质的、更有潜力的、更有意思的数字资产。那有了币交易，这是Huobi Pro。第3个呢，就是随着整个区块链去中心化的这个过程越来越深入， 那么我们出现了去中心化的交易所，就是我们的 HEDX。那么在交易所之外发生哪些事情？刚才讲了很多交易所的事情，交易所之外发生哪些事情呢？第一个问题就是挖矿 ，POW 这件事情。OK， 我们来讲一讲第一个挖矿的人，就是比特大陆，大家应该都很熟。比特大陆现在制作矿机，很多挖矿的事情都是他们做了，有很大的算力在他们身上。那么他们呢，除了挖矿之外，还会帮我们去挖项目，因为他接触到很多区块链的项目。那么在过程当中，如果他发现了好的项目，他就会帮我们推荐到我们的火币过来，这是一个价值发现的过程，因为项目特别多。第二个呢，就是我们的真格基金，徐小平老师的基金也在帮我们做挖矿的项目，对吧？帮我去挖项目。那么徐老师投资火币的时候，也有一个小小的故事跟大家分享。当时李林总去找他去谈融资的事情，那么谈完了之后呢，徐老师当时没有什么太多的感受。但是他的助理说了句话，徐老师立马投了。他助理说什么？他说：“徐老师，这个项目你不能投，因为比特币都用来什么交易毒品啊，然后贩卖妇女啊，走私枪支啊这些事情。”然后徐老师眼睛一亮，说：“哦，这群人都可以信赖这个支付的方式，那么这个东西未来。”
In this kind of the coins, so why shouldn't we invest it? So that's why he decided immediately to invest into it. The other one is Hash Capital, a very famous one in Korea. This is also a very famous case. In addition to this organization, they organize the whole group of people in reviewing and selecting projects. FBG, which is also very well known in the world. They have businesses in Singapore, in Japan, and in China. They have a lot of projects, very experienced. They started from in 2015. Denmark Capital is another one. I discussed a lot with Kevin, and he was very careful in the mining process. He was a very careful person. So all these organizations, they are our miners to some extent. You may not understand why they are miners. Actually, they are kind of super nodes of a Huobi. In this area, we realize that it is really difficult for us to use one organization to identify or define the value. We want to turn it into a freely connected currency without any border of countries, without any border between different organizations. So it will be like a super node, and you can donate it to us, and we can provide rebate to you. For this process, let me put it in a very brief way. If you want to list your coin in HEDX, it is not decided by a few people only. It is decided by the number of nodes and our community. It is kind of super voting node. And you have your vote, one vote, and you can vote for the projects. So it is decided by the community. In this case, we can avoid the shortcomings of our professional knowledge. If a project is decided for investment, if a project is recognized by the supernodes, the top one and the top two out of the list will be listed in HEDX. And let's look at the details of this mechanism. I wrote some codes here. If the supernode finds a very good project, has done a lot, and discovered that this is a very good project, and the POW proves that it is a very good project, then what next? So during the listing process, the whole procedures will be much easier because this project may be something that you cared or invested before, or for all the supernodes, if all the supernodes invest in this project, then this project can be listed immediately without any voting from the public. So let me share with you some data first. In the past 2 months, 2 million USD was shared to their nodes, to our international, the global elites, even though they are not as professional as some others. However, they are able to contribute values to Huobi. So actually, we received a very positive feedback after launching who are our global elites or what kind of organizations they are. For example, in a very small country, this is a very powerful person, and he is running over 10 companies, and he has done a lot of successful cases from in the internet or information technology industry. However, there isn't any exchange, and there's no way for him to screen and select the better projects. Then he came to us, and then this is something that we can help with this man to help him review and select the better projects and turn the users and attract the users to our exchange. We will also share the revenue with him. So that is to say, he doesn't have to run an exchange by himself. We can help him. Currently, we are running in over 20 languages, and it has been very successful. The feedback is very positive. So this is the way we select the global elites, the global partners from the local communities, as well as the super users. So this is a kind of a formula here. If the super partners, if they found a group of users and introduce them to Huobi through the POW, we can rebate you at 30 to 50%, just like a Bitcoin and the miners. If you have done a very good job, say in a certain country, then we can turn it into a JV model, set up a joint venture, and set up a real exchange in the local market. Now in Australia, in Thailand, we have already set up 2 exchanges. The last point is the Super Rebate. It is for all the users. In addition to those who have resources, ordinary users can also join it. And it's very simple. If you invite your friends in, we will provide rebate to you. Meanwhile, your friends that you have introduced to us will also get a kind of a rebate. So this is not win-win, but the tri-party win model. So as long as you open your mobile phone, you log into our URL, you can find that it is very easy to join us. If we can find our users, or if you can introduce users to us, we can provide 30% of the revenue to you, and we can provide a lot of tokens to you as incentives. Thank you very much. Oh, one more thing, very important thing, and which is also very close to our theme today. I would like to declare that we will compete for the Supernode of EOS. Thank you. Perhaps you should stand on the stage. Please get back to the stage and take a photo there. Okay, thank you. We should take a photo after the presentation so that you can post it to your WeChat or blog. Our next speaker is from 3 a.m. It's Sky Zhu, the founder of DAC. Mr. Zhu, please. Can I take a photo first before I start? So I want to share my photo with my US fans. The EOS price just goes up today. You may have noticed. Good afternoon. I am Sky. I'm the founder of DAC and one of the initiators of 3 a.m. This is what Mr. Zhang said before. We have prepared all the presentations in English. I got up at 9 o'clock in the morning and spent a lot of time in the morning English. Now I'm presenting in Chinese. A little bit about myself. I am in the social media for many years, more than 10 years. And I am a co-initiator or co-founder of 3AM. Me and Lao Ye, we initiated 3AM. Of course, DAC, it is a platform for decentralized content. What I'm going to share with you this afternoon, because you know that this is about the supernodes of Huobi. This is the Supernode Party, and I am one of the candidates. Of course, I support EOS very much. What I'm going to share with you is about the power of super knowledge nodes and what kind of role it is playing in our network. This picture, I snapshot this picture this morning and put it into my presentation when I visited Japan, Dubai, or Korea. I would make a lot of sharing there. Very often I am asked why 3AM, and this question has been asked for many times. I believe that you may have already known the story. When we set up this organization, three of us, we discussed and wanted to do something together. And it was before the Spring Festival. We said, why not have a drink together? At that time, some people say that we're going to have the Spring Festival. It will be very boring during the festival. Why not just set up a group? Within 30 minutes, we set up a group, and we found that all of a sudden we have so many people in the group. It's a full group already. You may find the members like Mr. Xu and Mr. Xue and Xinxin and Wei Xin. They are all in the group. We're also surprised to see that nobody is sleeping at that time, 3 a.m. in the morning, but nobody was sleeping. And it was right before the Spring Festival. And within 3 days after the group was set up, we set up a kind of a community. We invited a lot of people and made this group into a community. So it is a kind of automatic forking. About 3 a.m., our blog community, some basic facts about this community. Within 30 days, these data were from the time when we went back from the Spring Festival. We set up a community, as I said before, and we have over 10,000 WeChat groups in this community within 1 month, and we have over 5 million in-depth participators in this community, and you can find a lot of media, over 1,000 media in the area of blockchain in this community. When we look back about the super knowledge nodes, through the setup of 3 a.m. to our efforts to grow it, there are 3 critical moments in the whole process. First of all, we reached the consensus in 3 a.m. As you know that this 3 a.m. community, it is a relatively governed community. Its governance, its setup, its organization, now is easy for us at the very beginning. That's why we reached a consensus. They involved a lot of super knowledge nodes in this process. And of course, there are a lot of nodes in the community, and some of them are important and more active and more participative. And they were the super nodes. And we reached the consensus after all these efforts. Secondly, from a knowledge creation and a knowledge sharing point of view, 3 a.m. has borrowed a lot about the best practices of super nodes. At the very beginning, when we started, we invited a lot of our guest speakers to come over and share with us their knowledge. As for distribution, we also make use of the super nodes to finish their distribution process. We also invited a lot of the KOLs to join us in the sharing. Actually, for 3 AM, the scale is realized through the hard cores. At the very beginning of the community, we used the consensus to govern the community. And we also invited a lot of panelists who shared knowledge with us. As for the governance, it helps with our growth as well. In the whole process, the super knowledge nodes have been playing a very important role in our community. First of all, we have a super creation nodes. The whole community is a creative community. There are a lot of technical things. For example, a lot of technical founders, such as the Shui Chu, is a very creative person. And I study in economy, and including Jeffrey, they are very important leaders, and they have done a lot of sharing in the community.
And also they have a lot of debates, so that we have a new blockchain knowledge flow. And second is also very important, we call it super management nodes. So we have information flow, content flow, and we have the super node to organize all that. Include the media WeChat groups and the leader and owner of the sub WeChat groups. So that's why we have overall management model. And the other thing is super distribution nodes, and this is done by the media and press. So to a certain extent, super knowledge nodes and help the community to achieve and accumulate the network effect. Because I've been working on the social networking, when we talk about the internet, effect is the end to the power of X. And now, in terms of collaboration and autonomous control, I think super nodes or super knowledge nodes can play a big role, including the underlying network. So it helps us to better create the content in a more organized way. In addition, in terms of managing the content, it is more autonomous. Apart from that, there are a lot of underlying new networks. So that's why the 3 AM groups is so powerful. But still, we're exploring, and we hope that the super knowledge nodes will be able to play more significant roles in the collaborative economy model. So we have listed several stakeholders and actors, and this new distributed network will have creators, distributors, and users, and they are shareholders and stakeholders. So the big shareholders will play a bigger role. And this model has become a collaborative model. And the economic model shift has also resulted in the shift of the model, that is from the commerce model to the platform model to the collaborative model. And in the past, in the 3 AM, we have our own understanding of Supernode. We have a project called DAC. DAC is a decentralized content platform. And we leverage the community experience of 3 AM and experience of Supernodes. And today, we are going to focus on the Supernode. So the issue we found that in the past, in terms of data or content creation, it is very limited, and the content creator not enough. And this is an audio example. So in the audio
大概这个 music 这个 creator 能拿到5%左右。所以当然了 ，centralized platform 都把这些都拿走了嘛，对啊。所以我们认为说这个 huge problem， 这个 huge problem 我们通过一个把这个超级知识节点这个结合到这个一个分布式社群以及一个 blockchain 的 infrastructure 里边，然后再完成一个整个的一个协作式的这个商业模式。那就是说我们希望的是通过超级知识节点，在未来的这个 DAC 这个 project 里边，把这个 application 原来我们说到的是互联网的用户应用的用户，把它变成一个 distributed community， 就是一个去中心化的社区的一个 member。然后另外一个呢，我们就说把这个一个中心
can shift centralized platform to a distributed infrastructure, a public chain, and the freemium model will be shifted to a collaborative model, and everybody is the producer and consumer and shareholder. So I'd like to thank Huobi and thank you for organizing today's event and in this very challenging environment. And I think that super knowledge nodes will be able to connect the world. And this year we have the partnership between Huobi and 3AM, and in the future there will be more collaboration coming up. And we have EOS candidates here, and wish you all the best of luck. And we hope that DAC this year will have bigger moves. And we will also design our own supernodes, and please stay in tune. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Sky. So can you please hand over the mic to me? AM is a really fascinating community and group. And there are over 2,000 of communities named after 3AM, so you can see that the model of supernodes is really successful. And then we have 7 speakers lining up, and they are going to have campaign speech run for the EOS supernodes. And I have introduced each one of them. So now we're going to invite the first one, who is from EOS and Pool. And a very handsome man, Tian Xin, is the founder of EOS and Pool, Mr. Tian Xin. Because my colleague was unable to come, so I was asked to speak on behalf of. I'd like to thank Huobi and to thank 3AM community to organize the event and give us the opportunity to present here. And actually I got the news at 12 o'clock, and I finished my presentation at 3 AM actually. And I prepared my presentation in English, but today since we have a lot of audience from China, so I like to speak in Chinese instead. And Mr.
这个我们的这个超级界的名字叫做 EOS Antipool。我们的这个今天演讲的主题可能叫Dream Blockchain， 这是因为什么呢？说实话，有个比较巧的事情，就是门捷列夫就是想出来他在。
Actually, he dreamed of the periodic table of chemicals in his dream. And we started to run for the EOS Supernode from 11th of April, because we only have 54 days to prepare for that. And we have to publish the main chain, and the voting will start soon. So we have to discuss a lot of things every day. So it's like my life is filled with EOS, and I even dream of EOS.
都是来源于我的梦中，所以今天起了这个名字。透 Total Blockchain 就是其实是我在梦中想到的核心的这个一个全部完整的这个区块链啊。下面我给大家简单的，我今天的这个概述吧，大概有3点哈。第一个就是这个 Total Blockchain。说一下是什么意思啊？就是因为我们的这个原产业是什么？是
POW mining, and it can support 10 tokens. So for POW, we have the most in-depth understanding.
DPoS 行业的这个结合点，因为 DPoS 大家都知道，就是这个现在最火的这个 EOS 嘛，对吧？它的理念跟以太坊的理念是比较像的，都是想这个做智能合约以及这个底层这个操作系统，所以我们就想在 DPoS 和 POW 中间能为这个2个。
With the ecosystem. So we have POW, proof of work, we have DPoS, and current EOS. We also have EOS, and that is a bonus system. And our resources may be different from others, and our core focus has been on POW and mining. And now, why we like to run for the EOS, for the EOS Supernode? Because we need a diversified model, not only focusing on the POS mechanism, we also need to focus on the DPoS as well. And in my dream, I had one inspiration. What are the things I can do for POW and DPoS? So the EOS DPoS mechanism can be shifted into POW output, and the POW output can be invested into the DPoS again to do DAPP and to do the smart contract development. Because our strength has been in mining, the traditional POW, and we are a traditional industry in this sense. A previous speaker said that POW is mainly about mining. We hope that we can shift the energy of POW to DPoS. There are several aspects. First is shift between different coins. We can use the EOS production, and then all these output can be invested in the POW, and then the communities can drive the miners to maintain the DPoS. And the last point is we can do more work in terms of community, because POW community and DPoS community are different. So we hope that we can be a bridge to bridge those two. Like there are some good technologies, the POW can contribute codes to DPoS, and DPoS also have very good ideas which can be borrowed by POW. So this is the things that we can do and which can be different from other supernodes. And if you would like to work with us, if you would like to have a chat with us, you're welcome to contact me in private. And second, we also need to link with the AI, because DPoS is a very big concept. It has very big ecosystem. And based on EOS, you will be able to develop a lot of smart contracts and DAPP. We also have another strength, that is face recognition. And we are also working on the AI products. When I first worked for the company, people were using their fingerprints, but now we're using the face recognition. So you just scan your face and you'll be able to walk into the building. So we hope to connect all these together through EOS so that we will be able to help EOS and to divert the flow for many of the traditional industries. And the third idea is the product traceability. One speaker was talking about the selling of cars, and he is talking about the source of the tires and the source of many components. You will be able to see all this on the blockchain. And many people are worried about the quality of milk powder. Actually, you can locate the cow who is producing the milk on the blockchain. So product traceability is something we want to work on as well. And I'd like to thank everyone again. That's all for my campaign speech. Thank you very much, Mr. Tianxin. I think I'd like to share a story. When I was chatting with him, I said, what is your deepest impression when you were mining? And he told me a story. Why he is so slim? Because he was doing a lot of, and he used to live and work in a big mountain in Sichuan, and he couldn't eat very well, and so he was actually using his life to do the mining. Well, a big hand to a brave man. And we have another speaker who is very young. She's from EOS Bixin, Catherine Fang, guest speaker of EOS Bixin. Well, because today we have a lot of audience from China, but I've prepared my presentation in English, so I still like to present in English.
It's really bright, so I can see you very well. And okay. Dear friends, dear colleagues, on behalf of my colleagues of my company, I wish to thank the invitation to this great and awesome summit. And please allow me to begin by, on behalf of EOS Bixin team, to give thanks to all the experts here today from home and abroad. I feel very proud and honored today because I can have the attendance to attend this great summit, which is so important to all of us. And now I'm gonna open with a summary of EOS, the guardian of human values, the distributor, and the carrier. When we talk about EOS, there is one unforgettable topic for us. That is why we set up Bixin. It's a long story, but I will try to summarize it, and I'll do my best to make it clear. When we talk about Bixin, I think quite a few here are familiar to us. Bixin, formerly called BTC, was incorporated in 2014, and it has rebranded itself in 2017 as Bixin. So now here we are. We started Bixin with two very simple and sincere purposes. And the one is we wanted to operate the Bixin mining pool very well, because all we knew the mining pool is very important for the Bitcoin network. And the other was to be the Bitcoin explorer, because we wanted to develop a very popular and easy to use Bitcoin wallet. In 2014, my boss, Chao Jijun, had published an article. He expressed his thoughts on the future development of Bitcoin wallet and the vision of Bixin. That was, we wanted to be the Bitcoin browser. I have put a picture of Alipay. I think all of us here, we have used Alipay very well because it has changed the lifestyle of us. it has facilitated our life. You can pay everything with Alipay. Pay for food, transportation, accommodation, clothing, etc. That's what we wanted to do with Bitcoin wallet. But I got a question here. Have you ever paid in Bitcoin for daily life thing? Have someone tried? We tried. Last year, we went to Tokyo because we were told that in Japan, they accept Bitcoin as payment. So we were so excited. We sent a colleague to Tokyo as a representative. So she went to the shopping mall and selected some cosmetics makeup for us. And we were so excited to waiting for her. But problems happened. That was, even the sales assistant, he didn't know how to charge in Bitcoin. So he needed to go ask his boss. Both of them needed to wait. Just from this little case, we can see some disadvantages of Bitcoin payment, such as the transaction time, the transaction period. We have to wait for so much time. So, till now, we have to admit that we didn't achieve our goal. We didn't make our Bitcoin wallet to be the Bitcoin explorer, because all of us, we know that Bitcoin is still an investment asset in the exchange. You buy, you sell, but you don't pay in Bitcoin. So we failed. And does exist a high-performance blockchain that can carry omnidirectional distribution and circulation of human values? Judging from the current situation, we think EOS has the biggest possibility. Why we think so? For example, you think, what are human values? Money, asset, bond, equity, copyright, property rights, etc., all of which are values. The way of smart contract can make these values be distributed and circulated free. Judging from the human values, money, asset, bond, equity, they are just a tip of an iceberg. But we all know, and we know that Bitcoin is most important for us. It is the anchor of our faith. We didn't say that, yes, EOS is the best, you should buy. No, but we think from now, at present, we think EOS is the most valuable project. So that's why we believe in EOS. The mission of EOS is to make operating system of blockchain industry, providing developers with very easy functions, underlying functions, such as parallel computing, database, system account, etc. All of these valuable features make EOS meet our imagination and the requirements of the high performance of blockchain. So that's why we choose EOS. We can foresee in near future, EOS is not only the underlying asset in exchange. You are not going just to buy and to sell. Maybe you're going to pay with EOS. And it can bring the true value of blockchain and bring us millions of dApps. So that's why we choose EOS, and we wanted to be a block producer. But you will ask, so how can you be a EOS block producer? We have worked in this industry for almost 5 years, and we have developed a lot of functions. We have provided high performance and high quality and secure service to our users, almost 1 million users. We support, currently in our wallet, we support BTC, ETH, EOS, etc. And you can see from here, I put some examples. For example, mapping your EOS tokens automatically, one-click trading, easy to use LTC, free of charge escrow. You can send EOS red packets, and you can create more and more EOS chat groups. Here I can show you some examples. For example, this first picture, you can see your balance of EOS tokens, and there is a list of the history. For example, bill detail. You can find every single transaction you have done before, and the red packets history, escrow history, one-click OTC trading, one-click trading, and the second is one-click trading. Maybe you will ask, we have exchanges, why we need one-click trading? Sometimes we know time is gold. For example, I just need the tokens now, but if you want to place an order in the exchange, you have to wait much time. But here, you just need to click like that, exchange. So in 1 second, you will get the best current exchange rate of your tokens. And the third, obviously, is a red packet group. You can send tokens to your friends, all the tokens you want to send to your friends, to your family. And the fourth, it's very popular because, you know, now in China, due to the uncertainty of the policy, it's hard to buy. So here is the utility. You can, I want to buy, I don't know him, what I'm going to do. So you just need to choose escrow, and our platform will do everything for you. You don't need to worry about anything. This is the utility. And EOS Bixin team is led by my boss, Chao Jijun, Wu Guanggen, and we're located in Thailand, Bangkok. We are going to position our slave servers in Dubai, Shanghai, Hangzhou, etc., more cities. And we have a professional team of the block producer. The first one is Wu Guanggen. I think most of you know him because he is quite famous in China. And he's one of the earliest Bitcoin investor and evangelist. He has a Weibo, he writes a lot. He has a name, Weibo name is Super Bitcoin. So due to this name, a lot of people go to his account and blame him. What's wrong with SBTC? What have you done? So sorry because of this name. And the second one is Wang Haibo, Bixin Mining Pool Director, who majored in software engineering and graduated in Beijing University. He has accumulated 10-year experience in the field of military and information security, and he has extensive experience in development of software and hardware. In 2013, he got involved in Bitcoin industry, and in 2014, he developed the world's first Bitcoin miner based on B200 chip. Very impressive. And the third is one, so I'm here. I don't need to write my information here, so I'm gonna introduce myself a little bit. I take charge of international marketing and communication, especially in English and in Spanish. All of us in EOS Bixin team, we hold EOS. We accept EOS, and we believe in EOS. We think EOS will break the limitations of money and equity and bond, everything you hoped for. Therefore, EOS is the blockchain 3.3 that will carry omnidirectional distribution and circulation of human values. When EOS goes online in June, we are going to open debt market, open platform for developers, and we will enable EOS lending feature, etc. We will do more things, and we keep working on EOS development. So, we hope that you can follow us and witness us. We will keep updating our information in our social media. Here are the contacts. And we have gathered today here. I feel so proud and honored. And let's work together hard for a successful conclusion to this awesome summit. And I think this is really great, and we believe our work is, EOS is bound for abundant accomplishment through our hard work. So Thank you so much. Thank you for this opportunity, and thank you again.
Thank you, Miss Fang. 感谢来自必信的美女啊！我发现这个圈里的女性也是越来越多。那我们刚才她讲的是英文嘛，大家不用着急啊，大家在直播上搜索火币大家说，我们现在正在进行直播，并且有中文的同声传译啊，大家不用着急啊。那我接下来的介绍这一位呢，同样也是一位女性。我觉得这个时候应该有一位男性来帮我拿一下话筒。那接下来这一位呢，是来自EOS 北京 team 的范丽，有请他来给大家介绍 EOS 北京这一个 team 将会怎么样来竞选 EOS 超级节点，欢迎。
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for this precious opportunity for me to stand here. I'm Fanny, and I'll go directly to the topic. So, speaking of EOS Beijing, our core team members are all early participants in blockchain, and we now have 2 technology teams working in smart contract development, and we also have several investment companies concentrating on cryptocurrencies industry investment. So, basically speaking, we are a group of people who believes that blockchain will bring something really, really big to our lives. So, why do we want to run for EOS block producer? Yeah, EOS Beijing, I just have to speak. Yeah, as Tianxin has mentioned before, POW and depose has a lot of differences. When I first reading the white paper of Bitcoin, I can feel a strong sense of mathematical beauty. How to say? It has a strict mechanism to ensure the transaction, the exclusiveness. And it assumes that there is no trust between any node. So Satoshi is very clever. She designed a strict mechanism to make sure the transaction is exclusive. So the whole POW system is a strict system, but when we talk about depose, this is okay, this PPT has something wrong. It's depose, it's not DPOW. So, when we think about depose, we think the depose system is much more like engineering aesthetics. We can imagine the whole EOS system is just like a big castle that building upon 21 columns that allows a lot of dApps running in the EOS system. So the whole system is very practical and efficiency. Comparing to POW, it has a lot of practical uses. So we think depose is more friendly to the developers. So this is one of the reasons why we think EOS is superior. And now we know we already have a lot of public blockchains. So how can EOS be the winner? And why we think EOS will be the winner? It is based on the following. First of all, we think the EOS community is the huge advantages of EOS. We all know that EOS has a huge communities. Just only in China, we know there is EOS Gravity, Hello EOS, and Canon. All of them are huge communities, and there are also a lot of communities just like Bixin and also Antipole. They are working on EOS community. So this is the basic that EOS will be superior. And speaking of Daniel, we all know EOS is the third project of him, and he is really a person who knows how to lead a team. So we think EOS will also be a huge success. So that's the other reason why we choose EOS. This graph demonstrates how the EOS economic system runs. When we wanna develop the app on EOS system, we can see there will be EOS locked. So when EOS is locked, the circulation of EOS will be decreased. So when the circulation is decreased, the EOS price will be higher. And the price is higher so that the block producers will get more income. With the income increase, they can get more computing resources. This is, we call this perpetual motion machine, which means the whole ecosystem of EOS can bring endless volatilities to the EOS system. This is really amazing, you know. Okay, this one is very, very important. Why? We think EOS will have a battle with cloud computing. We all know that, I've been thinking for this for a long time. What exactly can blockchain bring to us? Many people say that we can develop a decentralized Uber or a decentralized Facebook, but does it really make sense? We all know we have WeChat, and we have Facebook. They all bring very good user experiences to us, but how is that really we want a decentralized Facebook? So I don't think it makes any sense. So, and you know, if you develop a program and it doesn't solve the core requirements, you may cost a lot to transfer a user from app to app. So we think the user transfer cost is very high. So I think it's for a long time, blockchain hasn't bring us something really valuable, and there is not actual application has been put into life. So So I think for a long time, I think blockchain cannot bring anything to us. But one day I realized I was totally wrong. Even though to end users we cannot feel the changes, but to developers we know that EOS system is very friendly to developers. All the developers can run the apps on this system, and all these programs are protected. Comparing to the cloud computing, we know that if we want to run a program on cloud computing, all of our codes are visible to the cloud servers, which means your code can be stealed, your code can be imitated, or your code can be copied. Your code is not protected. All developers knows how privacy is, how important it is for a developer to have a code protection. But if you run your code on this system, your code is totally safe. So we think EOS system will be a substitution of cloud computing, and this is a conclusion that made from a long time watching over from the blockchain. Yeah, these are some numbers. As we know the current market value of all Amazon cloud is about $800 billion, and for EOS it's only $8 billion. $8 billion. Can you see the differences? We know we can have a imagination to imagine how EOS can grow to. You know, this is the market value differences is very huge. So we believe that EOS will getting the value of EOS will getting higher and higher. So based on the conclusions we have made above, what can we do for EOS? We are now doing some academic researches with the Institute of Distributed System of Shanghai Jiao Tong University and some institutions in Peking University and Tsinghua University, and we recently has published a paper called Private Smart Contract on Public Blockchain, which in this paper we described the idea that we want to do something to encapsulate, which means we wanted to protect the code. During the encapsulation of the code, all the users can see there is data coming out and coming in, and users also can know that the program is running, but no one except the developers can know how the code is decoding. We think this is very, very important to the developers. And we will do a lot of things to help encapsulation of the codes. And as has mentioned before, we now have 2 technology teams working on small contract development, and we also planning to transfer some D-apps to the EOS system. And we also have several investment companies focusing on the incubation of EOS D-apps, and we also do investments to help EOS D-app growth. So we think that we are a bridge of the EOS community to the industry. Why we say that? EOS Beijing is a team with exclusive resources and networks in Asia cryptocurrencies industry, and we meant to put all these valuable resources to the development of EOS, and we are looking forward to work with all the EOS communities to help develop the EOS ecosystem, and we really think that EOS is a valuable project, and whatever it takes, we can do it better. So basically speaking, our EOS Beijing team is a contributor to the EOS ecosystem. So that's all my speech. Thank you.
好的，非常感谢林女士的演讲。刚才演讲的是来自 EOS 北京啊，北京呢是中国的首都。那么我们下一位演讲者呢，他来自另外一个国家，也同样是另外一个国家的首都，是来自韩国的首尔。我们刚才有讲到，就是我们在现场同时也会做直播。那么中文呢是在易直播，英文呢是在 YouTube。然后我们发现我们 YouTube 上面的观看量超级多，而且大部分是韩国人。韩国人他们在进行点评他们也在非常的关注这个 EOS 超级节点的竞选。那么我们接下来这一位呢，就是来自我们韩国的EOS he's the advisor of EOS and also the CEO of EOS China. Let's welcome Mr. Liu Plai.
大家好，我叫申东元 EOS 很长时间等我们的机会，非常感谢给我们的机会介绍我们 EOS Seoul. So very glad to meet you all. Okay, from now on, let me briefly introduce EOS Seoul and Korean EOS ecosystem. Actually, our company has a long journey, over 20 years. So in 1997, we started our business as an internet connecting program. At the time, it was just the first stage of internet era. And then after 2 years, we started an online chatting service. It's called Say Club. Interesting thing is, over 40 years old people are still using our chatting service to make friends. And then in 2003, we began to provide a game service, PC game, online game, and mobile game, console game. So more people know us as a game company. Yeah, that's true. That's why we experience a lot of internet services, and we deal with a very massive current user traffic service. Especially from last year, we entered the blockchain business. It is really a new challenge for us, and we want to devote ourselves as a part of ecosystem devoter. So looking into our game service, NeoWiz has more than around 1,000 employees because we are listed company in Korea. And then we have more than 300 developers. Also, our revenue is up to 200 million USD yearly. Maybe many people knows about the FIFA online soccer game. Yeah, during the World Cup season, the MCU was the very peak historical record high. It was cooperation with the EA company. Also, many people knows about the Crossfire, 中文名字穿越火线. So we were partner of Tencent. Over 5 years, we had great success. Also, we were providing some music action rhythm game. It is called Tap Sonic. We published it in Chinese market also. Also, EOS Seoul, another name is Neoply. Neoply is company name. So we initially is the global startup accelerator. Until now, we have invested a lot of into actually 33 companies. The total market cap is up to 450 million US dollar. So among them, one company is called Sunday Toast, had successfully did IPO in Korean market. We have various genres startup companies, not only game company, but also education, some traveling services, software, IoT, hardware, lots of startup company we have. Annually, we are investing into around 20 new startup company right now. Why I'm telling about this kind of our history? That is our motivation. As your internet service provider, we devote ourselves in EOS ecosystem. So in Korea, there are 3 major candidates, except EOS Seoul. Let me briefly explain. EOS is also very famous. It was earlier candidate from Korea, and is more focusing on providing exchanges, token, tracker, something like that. Paygate is also very leading payment gateway company. So especially in the P2P area, its market cap is over 70%. And then the annual transaction volume is over 2 billion USD. That's why we are also cooperating with Paygate. There are very outstanding 3 exchanges in Korea. So Upbit and Bixin was leading the market. And then this year, Huobi started its Korean division and is quickly catching up. So from the EOS perspective, the transaction volume is quite similar, especially Huobi and Bixin is competing for the #1 position in Korean EOS market. Yeah, this is quite interesting. So comparing to other cryptocurrency like Bitcoin and Ethereum, EOS is quite huge in outstanding. So which means that Korean people more and more like EOS ecosystem. They want to buy and they want to exchange it. They have long-term perspective, I guess, because EOS ecosystem is very much developer friendly, and we can have more and more potential debt company. There is a very interesting number. Bixin market and its user totally, including the user's coin, is around 63 million US tokens. As we know, we guess that about 100 million token is owned by Korean people, which is equal to 10% of total EOS tokens. Comparing to the market side is huge because Korean young generation, young people really want to invest it into their coin cryptocurrency since 2 years ago. Yeah, that's why the Korean people likes investment into their cryptocurrency. Yeah, this is also an interesting graph. It's from Naver. Naver is the biggest portal site in Korea. It's a keyword index ranking. Definitely Bitcoin is number one, but following it, EOS is number two. You can see the skyrocketing increase in one day. It was 12th April. What happened on that day? We believe that because we, EOS Seoul, announced our declaration to run for block producer on that day. Yeah, we want to believe it like that. Yeah, seeing the whole landscape of Korean EOS ecosystem, there are lots of players from different area, different role. So there are exchanges, coin, community, some wallet, government side. Yeah, we have enough players in Korea, especially not only NEOS, but also the leading portal and Neighbor and Kakao is keep an eye on EOS ecosystem, their benchmark, because they want to make their own cryptocurrency market. So EOS Seoul want to be a BP in this EOS ecosystem. We want to devote ourselves as a technology basis devotion. Over our past 20 years, yeah, we experienced lots of internet service operation, and then we dealt with massive traffic. So that's why we want to be one of a BP company in the future. Especially we want to support developers. So if necessary, we can do consulting. We can really close cooperation, and we are open to every global PP company or players in this EOS market. Please contact us anytime. We are open to you. Our devotion lies in several areas. So first of all, so we are doing research on best network topology. It's about security. So in the future, we believe that the security issue will come out. That's why we were deeply studying on it. Secondly, we are doing optimization for single node performance in the software area, also hardware area. As I mentioned, we are supporting many developers. So yeah, community side also we are doing some devotion. Lastly, we are doing investment ourselves because we are accelerator. So many new startup companies are using EOS ecosystem. That's why we can help them. Yeah, we operate testnet ourselves. Also, we are building the block produce portal. The back end is already finished. The front end will be finished soon. Also, we are providing some multi-language documentation of technology in English, Korean, Chinese, and Japanese. There is one biggest EOS community. It's called Koreos. So that's why we are frequently communicating with them. Sometimes we are hosting the event together. And EOS Seoul is also provides some developer-specific dedicated community service. This is recent news. So we invested in one EOS dev company. It is game-related one. So with the cryptocurrency, actually, they are linking the game user, mobile game user, and the game developer directly. And we share the database. And then, based on the devotion, we can share the profit. So it's called the Fractal. So our affiliate company, advertising company is helping how to share the profit together. Yeah. Yeah, this is the last slide. We are hosting another Seoul meetup the next month. Please attend our seminar. It will be held 26 May in Pangyo. Pangyo is Silicon Valley of Korea. There are lots of IT companies there. And then the leading Chinese BP companies, candidates are also joining our event. So recently I met lots of BP candidates in Shanghai, Beijing, Shenzhen, today in Amman. So it's much impressive. I admire their vision and their passion. So let's make the EOS ecosystem together. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, Neil Ply. So if you are interested in his presentation, you can contact him. 下面呢，我们有请我们的另外一位嘉宾啊，这位嘉宾呢，他有一个昵称啊，在这个圈子里面，很多大佬都会有昵称，他名字叫老狼啊。我听说也有他的粉丝特地从应该是马来西亚还是从哪里飞过来，专门来看他今天的这个 EOS 超级节点竞选演讲。
Harry Harvey. Good afternoon. First of all, I must thank the organizer, 3 AM community and Huobi for your invitation so that I can stand here and share with you. It was a surprise for me to hear that I have fans flying from Malaysia to Macau just for this event. Well, if this friend is here in this room, and if possible, I want to take a picture together with you. I want to thank you for this. Now, let me start my presentation. What is our campaign points on this Supernode competition? For our chain, we are not only a campaigner here, we are also a contributor in the whole process of our EU community. We have done great a lot in the past for this purpose. Ever since the setting up of our team, we have been working very hard in building up this EOS ecological community. Now, first, a little bit about our team. We are located in Beijing. Currently, we have 19 team members, and this number is growing. Among these 19 people, most of them are engineers. That is to say, among the 18 months or so in the past, a majority of our job is about the blockchain as well as blockchain related work. We have got our patents related to blockchain. We have done great a lot in the blockchain research. This is why we worked out very hard and got our patents. Among the team members, they are very experienced. They have participated in a lot of national level technical standardization in different organizations. And we are one of the council members in a lot of standardization processes in China. So technically, we have very strong capability in governance. However, we do not market ourselves very much. For the Supernode Party here today, we think that this will be a very good opportunity for us to let the world know. We know that we have different plans of marketing, for example, today in Macau and then in other countries to market ourselves. Of course, this is based on our technical R&D. You may wonder what specifically you have done. Well, let me share with you the details. In this part of my presentation, I will share with you what we have done regarding blockchain and what projects we have in the long term. We have Oracle Chain, we have Oracle US, and the day before yesterday, within 7 days, we launched 2 more projects. One is EOS DL Helper. It is for the ecological developers of the EOS community. In addition to this, being a node, we have a proposal for us, for all of us. If we are lucky enough to be a super node, we want to make use of smart contracts to manage our revenue in a more transparent and fair way. Meanwhile, we will also contribute some of our revenue to other contributors. Now, let me start from the Oracle Chain, what we have done in the past. If you care about the EOS, you may understand that EOS is a high-performance governance platform. At this platform, there will be different ecologicals regarding smart contracts. This is also our understanding. That's why in the middle of last year, we decided to set up a company and enter the ecological of environment of smart contracts. At that time, we think about this question: what would be missing if the smart contract ecological is built? Talking about the application of a smart contract, no matter what kind of application it is, you need data outside of the chain. You need the data for your logical judgment on the chain. And inside the world and outside the world of a blockchain, there's a gap. So in order to have an enriched smart contract ecological, some public infrastructure will be needed. To answer this question, we have to find out what will be missing. That's why we decided to do this Oracle Chain project. It is a data Oracle machine within this blockchain ecological environment. It provides data services or data connection services. This project was launched about 1 year ago, and we have been working together with the different smart contract teams in and outside of the industry. And this machine can be used at the Ethereum on the smart contract. It provides information from the external data. We provide the data. So therefore, when we use this application, of course, there are some other developing teams of our smart contracts. All of them think that this is a very useful tool and a very good implementation to the own toolkits. It helps with the application of our smart contracts through the external data connection services. We also provide the assets price information. So we can also provide services based on the EOS community. So this is the first gift we can bring to the whole community. So after making this decision, we set up this company, Oracle Chain. We organized a team for researchers. But for ordinary users, they have their own needs and demands. They have their own pain points waiting to be resolved. At the end of 2017, we felt that when we build such an ecology, if there isn't any platform, if there's any tool available for the users, for them to use the smart contracts, then we need to do something else. That is pocket events. All the functions you needed will be in your pocket in this toolkit. It has 2 fundamental features. Number 1, it is a DAPP platform. Users can access this platform through the Pocket EOS, to make all the functions for the smart contracts applications. At the 10th of February this year, it was launched, and currently over 100 friends from the community are testing it for us. And it is based on our own network, based on our understanding of the industry, Pocket EOS in China or even in the world will be the only one that is running truly on the EOS network. Of course, it is the test network. It is a DAPP platform, and it also can be utilized for your mobile phones. In addition to the DAPP function, it has another function that is wallet. Because the users use the DAPP, they manage their assets. They need wallets to manage their assets. Currently, for this project, to the right of this chart, you can see this is something that we developed by ourselves, a DAPP. It is kind of Q&A. You can ask questions by using a token. You can generate a smart contract through a token, and you can invite answers. And for the anyone who provides an answer, you can give him an incentive through a token. And for example, you can use your mobile phone. You can enter this URL to access it. If it is Android system, you will see this wallet. This is the interface. To the right bottom, if you click here, this is a DAPP platform. You link it here. This is a DAPP based on the EOS network. For this project, when the main network is available, it will also be launched. It will also be running there, and there will be 5 to 6 other DOPPs to be launched together with this one. Pocket EOS is for the ordinary users of the EOS community, and when the main network is available, the users can participate the smart contract applications. These two projects are long-term projects. In addition to all this work, last week, a couple of days ago, we did something else. It is a tool, and we think it will be a very useful tool. What is it called? It is called EOS Development Helper. For this tool, it is developed for the smart contract developers, be it the ETH or BTC developers. You can use this tool to calibrate your smart contract applications on the EOS network. For this tool, it is already developed. And here you can see this is a GitHub link. All the developers can find the source code of this tool through this linkage. It has integrated all the information needed for the wallet or smart contract. You can find information, for example, our insights, our achievements in this link. So this tool is open source, and it is very helpful. The developers can use this tool to deploy your wallet, as well as your account at the EOS network, to deploy your smart contracts. Meanwhile, you can have a clear picture, the source code you have written, as well as your account at the blockchain network, all the interactive details. The reason why we did it is because if we want to build up an ecology, say an EOS ecology, you will need a lot of people contributing to this network. That's why we target, first of all, the ordinary users and then the developers. First of all, for each ecology, if you have the developers, if you can attract the developers, then the ecology will be healthier and more enriched. So this is our intention of doing it. That's why we put our insights, our understanding, and our achievements at this platform and share it with the developers. It is in English. All the developers, not only in China, but also all over the world, can use this tool. So this is the third gift we have brought to this ecology, helping the developers to develop more more things at this network. You may wonder that the main network is not available. Then why are you doing it? Actually, I can give you an answer with this tool. We have got a lot of experience that before the main network is available, we have been conducting development. Now with this tool available for all the developers in the world, then they can conduct the development while the EOS mainstream is waiting to be launched. So if you need any assistance, you can contact us. You will be most welcome. And I will leave our contact information before I finish the presentation. This is the third thing we have done for the EOS ecology. For this Supernode campaign, we have proposed something here. Being one of the candidates, well, talking about the nodes, there's some revenue involved. After careful consideration in the company, so through EOS smart contracts, and the DAO contracts concepts like this, we think that we can manage the revenue from different nodes, just as illustrated here in this slide. Half of our revenue from the nodes will be put into the smart contracts. And the smart contract, through transparent and fair way, will invite participation from the community through voting. So, in what areas will be this 50% of the revenue spent on, or what projects it will be? So it will be a transparent manner. Meanwhile,
for the remaining 50%, we have a simple split. 5% is used for EOS related research, 15% for the maintenance of the nodes, and also the expenses and the costs on the hardware. And also we have 10%. 10% is for the events and the ecosystem maintenance. And the second 10% is used for the ecosystem promotion. The last 10% is used for the operation and the maintenance of the nodes, including the standards. So in the English community, we've got a lot of responses, and this has shown that the node from the Chinese community has in-depth understanding, and this is something for food for thought, and you're welcome to join our discussions. So we will share the information in a more transparent way so that the community can also get involved. And after having done all this, as a candidate, you may ask, why Oracle Chain? There are so many excellent candidates, including Huobi, OK, and Antpool, and also the EOSO and EOS Bixin. A lot of very good teams are running for the EOS Supernode, but why Oracle Chain? We think that for our team, we have our own pros and the strength and contribution, and we hope to fight for our chance of the Supernode so that we can have the opportunity to contribute to this ecosystem. So I've listed a series of reasons here why vote for us. First of all, we have provided a lot of tools for the ecosystem. So Oracle Chain is a tool for the smart contract, and also have EOS to help the users to better use the smart contract applications. And we're also helping other developers to develop the smart contracts on EOS. So we have EOS Develop Helper. And we hope that we can be more transparent and use the form of smart contract to manage the revenue of nodes. And all these are open source, including Oracle Chain and Pocket EOS. And this is open source wallet. So we have done all this before we got the revenue, we've already contributed our part to the ecosystems. And these are all important work. At the same time, we hope that in the future we'll have the opportunity to provide more, to contribute more to the community, to the ecosystem. So this is our contribution. All these are project development. Apart from project development, what else have we done? Since last year, since December, in China, we have started the EOS technology community development. So last December in Beijing, we have a technical salon focusing on the blockchain development. And in January in Shanghai, and February in Shenzhen, and March in Chengdu, we have done several events. So in all those major cities in the past 5 months, we have held 5 technical salons, and nearly 100 to 150 friends participated in the salons. And we have shared our understanding of EOS ecosystems and our understanding of technology so as to attract more people to be engaged. And we really found some like-minded friends, and we have incubated several projects. And those projects are in the form of DAPP, and they will be listed on the Pocket EOS. And in the future, we're planning to organize another event in Beijing focusing on smart contract. So it will be a smart contract hackathon, so as to attract more developers. And we have also worked with FCC, Free Code Can. And in the future, we will invest from part of the EOS revenue to co-develop the EOS community in China. And FCC Camp is a global developer community, and there are about 2 million developers worldwide, and there are about 120,000 to 150,000 developers in China. So in the future, we'll be working with the Free Code Camp, including the textbooks and programs so as to attract more developers to the EOS community. So these are our contribution in terms of projects and our contribution in the ecosystem. So we have only one purpose, that is to make the EOS community and ecosystem more healthier. And another purpose is because our interests are aligned with the EOS interests. For example, we have the Pocket EOS and Oracle Chain project, and we will attract more third-party teams to serve for when the EOS community is larger and stronger. So that's why we think that our interests actually aligned with the EOS interests. So we'll make every effort to contribute to the EOS system and community, regardless of the results. And we'll continue our efforts to play a part in the EOS community because our interests are aligned. So this is our team. And we hope that in the future, you'll be able to be involved in the voting process. And I hope that will be giving us an opportunity so that we can make a bigger part and play a bigger role in the EOS block producing. And we are now participating in the testing of block producing, and we believe that we'll be able to make sure that the supernode is secure. In addition, we'll be working with a famous company in China, and we will be maintaining the EOS Supernode together, and we will officially announce the news later. So this is a gift for the EOS community, including Oracle Chain, EOS Developer Helper, and Pocket EOS, and the management of the revenue of the EOS. And on the right-hand side, there are contact details of our teams, including our GitHub website and email, and our Twitter account. And if you are interested in the things we have been doing, you are welcome to scan our QR code. So we have a Chinese Telegram group and English Telegram group, and you're welcome to join our community to discuss with us. Thank you. Thank you very much, Henry. Indeed, Henry speaks like a programmer because he is very focused on the technical details, and I hope that you will stay tuned on their technology. So the next speaker is from EOS Union, and it's very good name. So other names like EOS Bixin, EOS Social, but the name of this group is EOS Union. Mr. Wu Lang is the next speaker. Welcome. Thank you very much. So I'd like to briefly introduce. I'm from EOS Union. I'm one of the founders of EOS Union. Now we are running for the EOS Supernode. So if you are in the Bitcoin community, you may have followed my WeChat account and you may be familiar with me. But this is my first time in Macau, and I'd like to thank Huobi and 3AM for organizing the event. And they have prepared a very good event, and it's great privilege to talk about EOS Union. First, a few words about myself. So I used to work in the technology sector. I used to work for one of the Fortune 500 companies. I worked in overseas countries for 8 years. I've been to 20 countries. And I've also done some investments myself. And in 2016, I started to get to know Bitcoin and blockchain. And in 2016 and 2017, I started to learn about EOS and Ethereum and Bitcoin. I do not have big achievements, but if you ask me the biggest achievement of myself, I think that is I bought EOS at $0.5 and I bought a lot, and I borrowed money to buy the EOS at $0.5 US. So this can be one of my highlights. So I have strong feelings about EOS because all the articles I wrote right now are related to EOS. And also I'm the earliest one put forward the idea of viewing EOS from the perspective of the world, because EOS is representing a resource. So that's why I say that the running for the EOS Supernode will be very popular in China. Actually, this is the truth. And you can see that many influential groups and big names are now all running for the EOS Supernode. And if you are interested, you are welcome to scan the QR code and follow my public account. And there are many articles on my WeChat account about the EOS. So I define it as the journey of EOS. So I will start my presentation. And there are 3 parts. The first is understanding of EOS. Second, introduction to EOS Union. And third is the ecology of EOS Union. When I first entered onto the website of EOS, you can see those three words: scalable, flexible, and usable. What does that mean? So EOS is like Bitcoin or blockchain 3.0. Why? Because we have used Bitcoin and Ethereum, and we found that there are many shortcomings. For example, security issues and internet speed issues and fees issues. Because on Ethereum, any operation would cost you money, and on Ethereum, and there is often traffic jam or internet blockage. And if you have played the game on Ethereum, you may find that the speed is very slow. It's not very flexible and it's not very scalable. And one attraction point of EOS is that it's very usable, because EOS is leveraging the basic functions of the blockchain. So it's like when you are building the houses, all the bricks, all the foundations have been laid out for you. And you just need some other materials, and then you can build a house well. So EOS is a very efficient tool for you to establish your own VAPP. So this is something that attracted me.
When I first approached the EOS, I tried to understand it in an in-depth way. EOS is just as if standing on the shoulders of a giant. As I said before, EOS is on the shoulders of BCT and ETH, two giants' shoulders. It has resolved the bottleneck of throughputs, the millions of levels, the bug issue, the module development, so on and so forth. In the past, people couldn't resolve all these issues. Now we have EOS. Through its technical strength, it has resolved the untackled issues before. BM is the founder. He has two successful projects already, the BitShare and the Steemit. So technically, he has tested all of them, and now he's got a new piece of paper, and he started writing the source code again and building up another dream. It's a new dream. Talking about EOS, people would mention one thing most often, particularly at this Supernode Party. You can produce blocks, you can keep ledgers. Decentralized security. If you have to make a choice, there will be imbalance. If you have to make a choice, you have to sacrifice some functionalities in order to achieve high performance. For example, in order to get decentralization, high performance and security may be sacrificed. If you pursue high performance only, then you wouldn't be able to get decentralization and security. You can't get all the three benefits. But now we have the DPoS mechanism, and then you can get a more balanced benefits from the three sectors. So EOS is kind of a multi-centralized blockchain network. The real commercialization of it needs high performance in calculation. It needs high throughput, the million level of throughput per second, at least tens of thousands. Otherwise, at this blockchain, they won't be able to generate anything like WeChat or Alipay. Just imagine during the Double 11 festival, so just within 1 second or the first few minutes, the throughput will be extremely high. If you don't have this capability, and then you can't realize the high performance at your network, and then you won't be able to drive the platform to go on moving. So that's all from the technical point of view. Our focus today is Supernode Party. For EOS Uni, what do we do? Our vision. What is our vision and why are we engaged in this area? What we have done to build up this ecology? EOS Uni was planned for the establishment in October of 2017, and it was set up on the 2nd of March this year. Meanwhile, we also made an announcement on this Supernode campaign. EOS Union was the first to make such an announcement among all the teams in China. We have been successful to manage two nodes based on EOS. Both of them are based on PPOS, list and ash. We can successfully shift our resources and the technology to the new network. Therefore, for EOS, from the very beginning till now, we have been sticking to the same goal. From last October till now, we have been dedicated to EOS. So that's why it is natural for us to announce such a campaign in the Supernode competition. We got angel investment in our business in China. On the 7th of April, Mr. Xu Manzi announced that he would participate our node, serving as an angel investor. He will be a chief consultant to us as well in our team. We will work together with Mr. Xu for this Supernode project. Mr. Xu is coming to Macau tomorrow evening, and I am very grateful for Mr. Xu's support. Now let's look at what they have done to build up this EOS ecology. We have over 50 WeChat groups covering 23,000 users. We have over 5,500 users in our knowledge graph. In our website, registered members exceeded 7,000, with 3,000 of them were verified. We have over 50 regional EOS Union branches, and we have organized over 30 meetups. Our communities have organized a lot of events in different regions and different countries. In mainland China, in Greater China region, the biggest EOS community also organized a lot of meetups in other countries, including in Dubai, Australia, Canada, Malaysia, so on and so forth. We have set up a lot of overseas communities as well. Our vision is to make EOS great, make yourself great. Why? In our understanding, only when we make EOS successful can we really make ourselves successful. Only when the ecology is great, being part of this ecology, be it an individual or an organization, can we capture this opportunity to make ourselves great. Therefore, first and foremost, if we want to succeed, we have to make ourselves successful first. We are the first to put up this slogan, make EOS great and make yourself great. Our mission is that for a long time, we have been keeping our passion for the community. We have been working very hard to contribute to the community, both online and offline. Our mission one is to enlarge EOS community. That is to say, we will go on contributing our share to the EOS community. Meanwhile, we have managed to deposit notes. Technically, we have equipped ourselves well, and in the future, for the node production and the stability of the network, these will be our goals. These will be our minimum goals to maintain the high efficient network in the future. And the third mission of ours, which is in compliance with our vision, is to enrich the EOS ecology. At this ecology, we will do a lot of things. We have already prepared detailed deployments for this ecology. Now, let's talk a little bit about the ecology and what we have done to build up this ecology. This is the whole picture of this ecology. First of all, we have the fund, including the capital from Mr. Xue, is the Manzi Fund. We have our own fund, the new fund, and another fund from our founder, Li Ping, which is called Fight Capital. As for the incentive to the node, how to distribute the incentive, most of the funds will be put from into the ecological incubation. This is in compliance with our vision and mission. So only when we make the ecology great can we make ourselves great. That's why we would put most of our capital into this incubation. Then we have a DAPP lab in Shenzhen. We are the first to set up a DAPP lab for incubation. We have a media sector, which is called future finance and economy. It is influential in China, particularly in the coin society. In our community, we have over 80,000 members. We have our strategic partners already for us to develop the token pocket and the EOS wallet data. They are going to meet the public very soon. At this moment, in addition to block 1, we're going to do something big, the number 2 biggest second. So there will be breaking news within 1 week. Within 1 week, we will disclose this breaking news to you. For the coin society, for the whole ecology, it will be big news. It will be a big thing. Because we want to provide services and build up this ecology so that we can incubate our own projects within this ecology. This is the QR code for our EOS Union. You can scan them and keep tracking our news. If you have any questions, you are most welcome to approach us. For EOS, at the beginning of June, it will be launched. And through voting, 21 the so-called Supernodes will be generated. While you make your vote, please remember EOS Union. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you very much, Mr. Wu, for your sharing. As Mr. Wu mentioned about the EOS Supernodes, it will be big news for all of us. It will be in June, a couple of days of voting. Of course, if you have enough votes, if you want to vote for any team or any project, then please keep checking the breaking news. Just now, I had a glance of the EOS price. Who can tell me how much percentage of increase today for the EOS price? 20%? Who said that? 20%? It's true that there's a big rise, 50% of the rise, the EOS price today. Of course, the piece of growth in the industry is because of you all. Coming next, we are going to invite the last speaker to share his content speech with us. He's from crypto enthusiast, blockchain advisor, pre-ICO and angel investor, Mr. Chris Lau. Mr. Lau, please. It's true that we have very sharp lights here. So, good afternoon. Now that it has been a long day, a long afternoon, but it is a party, just to relax. I'm Chris, and I'm going to
and Bitcoin World. Yeah. Pre-business, many business here. The layout of global Bitcoin mines. Yes, Bitcoin World. We will have a we'll have mines all over the world, like in Cambodia, in mainland China, in Mongolian and in the future in Canada. And actually, we are the www.bitconvert.com. It is a OTC trading platform here, and supporting the cryptocurrency like BTC, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum Classic, and Litecoin, and also particularly the EOS, and also the professional blockchain live stream. Yes, it is bitv.com, and it's kind of a kind of experience media resources here, and it is publishing the latest news around the world in the about crypto or blockchains, and we are absorbing our 大 V here, like we have 黄河说币式的主播黄河老师 over there. Yeah, and then we got 黄河老师每一期每个礼拜一期都是将近100万级的播放量，然后我们还有中山实说都是一些币圈有名的大 V 了。Bitconvert. So let me introduce our team members here. Mr. Wang Chun, the CEO of our project, EOS Fish, and also the CEO of Fishpool and Bitfish, and very experienced crypto experts there. I think everybody here know him. And Mr. Zhao Guofeng, and the co-founder of the EOS Fish, and also the founder of Bridge Fund and Bitconvert. And he is a well-known arbitrator all over the world. And actually, he is also the CEO of Huobi Hanguo, CEO. And we got Marshall here. Marshall, he is a serious entrepreneur, and he is the CTO of the Hashpool, a Bitcoin consulting company. And Marshall has the part in the e-sport industry right now, and so he is also the market enterprise e-sport company. So what we got here, our pros, we got premium hardware and equipment, we got experienced technical support, and we got our awesome global communities. I think I should not explain such parameters here. We got experts sitting out here. So with such powerful bare metal server here, we have 4, 2 in Bangkok and 2 in Beijing. So such a big investment of ourselves. So technical support. Our team is now developing the EOS wallet, and in the future the cold wallet of EOS wallet. So and actually we can fully support all the airdrop based on the EOS holders. And for the DApps developments, we are actually open to the DApps, decentralized application development developers all over the world, and open our SaaS to the partners there. And I can say our EOS wallets will be your best choice. It is safe and fast and quick and convenient to map and to manage your EOS assets. And for the developers, we'll actually provide our promoting and the marketing skills and funds, investments, and also our technology experience. So our global community, I think this is one of our best advantages here. We got blockchains, project incubators. Yes, and like I said before, we are supported by Fishpool and Rich Fund and Bitconvert here. So we are here. We here can provide such as funds investments and marketing and promoting and technology helping to the apps developers. So please do not hesitate to feel free to contact us if you are there. You're developing here. We are pleased to keep our hands to help you here. Thanks. And meetups, yes. Actually, we have already built up some meetups in Bangkok, and to correcting the enthusiasts and about the EOS and from other blockchains to communicating. And yes, we are building some kind of bigger speeches like the blockchains and EOS education and exercising to promote the blockchain industry in Bangkok. And actually, what we are talking here is also happening in Seoul in Korea.
说一句吧，因为我们大概会以曼谷为一个东南亚的一个中心点，然后去辐射开来，然后在将来的话，我们将会邀请东南亚各地或者东亚各地EOS 的参与者 and block producers and candidates or enthusiasts into our great gathering to promote the community. Yes. And EOS Community Conference, yes, we got a big plan on it. We are about to establish a big conference every year to gathering the block producers, enthusiasts, the holders all over the world together, and to build up a gathering party here, and yet to help building the ecosystem and the community. Our mission is not just a mission, it's a vision. V-I-S-O-N, vision. Okay. Yes, we know that we are new here for the Supernode candidates. We're new here, so some of our candidates here already published some of their campaigning plans, and even the and even the air job plans programs. We're as a first supporter of the EOS and reconnecting to the core team, we are supposed to release our campaign plans in a few days, not at least, in a week. So we'll keep you posted, guys. Oh, that's all for today's. Last but not least, vote for us. 投我们一票. You will not regret that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Liu. 非常感谢大家今天能够来到澳门世界区块链大会3点钟群分会场。那我们呢今天也听了就是来自Huobi Pro、来自3点钟群的大咖们给大家分享了现在超级节点这样一种能够把去中心化和中心化结合在一起的共识机制是怎么分别在内容和交易平台上进行的。大家也听了我们的7位来自全球不同的国家和地区他们的竞选 EOS 超级节点的决心和他们的计划。我们能够看到这个世界其实是在不断的发展的。
The world is evolving, and the world is also a flat one. The consensus mechanism changed from a POW only to a more diversified one. Everybody is contributing their share in this process. Great thanks to the organizer, great thanks to 3AM community, and great thanks to all the partners. I thank all the big shots and all the speakers. Will you please come up to the stage so that we can take a good photo together? All the speakers, please.